Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody can hear my voice and see the presentation on the screen. Good. So today we are supposed to be having Chandan sir's session for geometry, but he has asked me to take the session for today. He's currently not available, unfortunately. So we will be doing the same maths lecture of geometry. The only change is the person taking the lecture. So it will be me taking geometry, one of my favorite sections of mathematics. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to all the basic concepts of geometry which you definitely have learnt at school level, right? I don't know whether in 6th or 7th maybe we started learning geometry at school level, and slowly and steadily we went through different parts of geometry, right? So we are going to just revise all those, not every concept, but the important ones from the viewpoint of entrance exams. Now, the good thing about geometry is that it is a very minor topic as far as our entrance examinations are concerned. We don't get too many complicated questions. In fact, we hardly get questions from geometry in most of the major entrance exams. But nevertheless, it is important because if even 1 or 2 questions are asked in the math section of the entrance exam and we know how to do it, then it's a sure guaranteed mark. And because every single mark matters, so we are not going to leave it. So today we are going to understand the basic concepts of geometry, take a look at few problems and how to solve them, and go ahead from there. Some of you might already have attended some geometry session, so this will be a revision. For others, this is going to be a reminder of what you have learned at school level. So let's start. Geometry is the measurement of things, right? Metrics stands for measurement. So geo means earth. So whenever we are measuring any shape on the earth, right, we measure it using various fundae. Now, to be able to measure things, we first need to be able to define them as shapes. So geometry is nothing about various shapes, understanding how the different shapes work, and then some important properties related to those shapes. So starting with the basic concept, we all know that the geometry starts with point, and point has no definition. So we are not going to go there. But we know what a line is, right? A straight set of points in single dimension. So that is a line. And whenever two lines intersect, the angle is formed between them, right? Whenever two lines intersect, then between two lines, we can form various angles. Now, when two lines are such that the perpendicular distance between them is always 90 degrees, at any point, if you take two lines and the perpendicular distance between them is always 90 degrees, then such lines are known as parallel lines. So we mark it as L1 double vertical line L2. So when we see the notation L1 double vertical line L2, this stands for L1 is parallel to L2. And when the angle between two lines is equal to 90 degrees, let us say this is X and this is Y, then we say X is perpendicular to Y, right? So when two lines are such that the perpendicular distance between them is always 90, they are known as parallel lines, basically two lines which never meet. And when we say two lines are perpendicular, what we mean to say is that the angle between the two lines is always equal to 90 degrees. Very basic concept. So when we have two parallel lines, let us say lines L1 and L2, and a third line T cuts or intersects the two lines, then we get multiple angles. So I'm going to name them. This is angle 1, this one is angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Similarly, we have angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. Now, there are many interesting properties between these angles which are formed. So, a straight line, if I say a straight line which forms two angles, the sum of these two angles is always equal to 180 degrees. So we can say angle 1 plus angle 2 gives me 180 degrees. Similarly, angle 2 plus angle 3 the two of them also form 180 degrees. Angle 3 plus angle 4, the two of them are a pair of 180 degrees. Similarly, angle 4 plus angle 1, right? Any two adjacent angles, when lying on the straight line, they form 180 degrees. Now, what other properties can we say? So, angle 1 and angle 3, these are known as vertically opposite angles, right? So, angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. And similarly, 5 and 7, the measure of angle 5 will be equal to the measure of angle 7. Another interesting property is when L1 and L2 are parallel to each other, then these are known as corresponding angles, right? That means angle 1 is also equal to angle 5. So angle 1 is the same as angle 3, is the same as angle 5, is the same as angle 7. Alternately, the measure of angle 2 is the same as measure of angle 4, is the same as measure of angle 6, is the same as measure of angle 8, right? So in two parallel lines, when we have a transversal intersecting both of them, we get 8 angles. So 4 of them will be the same and the remaining 4 will be the same, right? A very simple property, but a very, very useful property in solving a lot of different sums, right? So when we know angle 3 is the same as angle 5, they are known as interior opposite angles or something like that. Okay, no problems, right? Did we understand this? Right? So we can do a lot many calculations, but the basic thing to understand is that the opposite angles here are the same, right? And the remaining pair of opposite angles are the same. Did everybody understand these basic properties? Did everybody understand these basic properties? Okay. Now, angles. So we have been talking about angles. What are they? So when two lines, they start from the same point, right? When two rays technically start from the same point, the figure is known as an angle. The measurement between them is the angle which we normally measure in degrees. So there are 3 types of angles. Now, if the angle, the measure of the angle is less than 90 degrees, then such an angle is called an acute angle. If the measure of the angle is exactly equal to 90 degrees, then such an angle is called a right angle. And if the measure of the angle is greater than 90 degrees, then such an angle is called an obtuse angle, right? And if it's a straight line we say has measure of 180 degrees. So technically it starts from 0 to 180 degrees. Less than 90 is known as acute angle. Exactly 90 degrees is known as a right angle. And if it is greater than 90 but less than 180 degrees, then such an angle is called an obtuse angle. Correct? Right? So according to the measurement of the angle, they are classified into 3 types. Now, if there are 2 angles, let us say the sum of the 2 angles, if this is x and this angle is y, if x plus y is totaled as 90 degrees, then these 2 angles are known as complementary angles. If the sum of 2 angles adds up to 90 degrees, they are called complementary angles. And if, let us say, P and Q, the sum of 2 angles adds up to 180 degrees, then they are known as supplementary angles, right? So if the total is 90, they are known as complementary angles. If the total is 180 degrees, then they are called supplementary angles. So reflection angles or reflect angles, yes, if you see till 180 degrees we have normal, then beyond that if it goes, so technically we consider the interior part, the outside is the reflex of the angle, but that concept is not used in the entrance exams, right? It's an interesting thing but not much used, right? Did everybody understand what is a complementary angle? that is a pair of complementary angles and a pair of supplementary angles. Complementary means the total is 90 degrees. Supplementary means total is 180 degrees. How to remember it? C comes before S, right? C में एक बार मुड़ता है 90 degrees. S में दो बार मुड़ता है, so 90 plus 90, 180 degrees. Any way you want to remember. But when the sum of two angles is 90, it's called a pair of complementary angles. And when the sum of two angles is 180 degree, they are known as a pair of supplementary angles. So, let's take an example. Suppose it is given that AB, CD and EF, all the three angles, all the three lines are parallel to each other. You have been also given measure angle ABC and measure angle LCE. ABC is 66 degrees, LCE is 36 degrees. Then you have to find out what is the measure of angle X, that is CEF. You have to find out what is the measure of angle CEF. How do we do this? Man, Urmi, no. Others got it right. Man, Urmi, nahin. Others are correct. Pranam, no. The others are getting it right. So, step by step. See, we know that AB is parallel to CD. That means this angle ABC and this angle, right? The complete angle BCD will be same. So, this complete angle is equal to 66 degrees. Angle BCD is equal to 66 degrees. Did you understand that? Angle BCD is 66 degrees. Now, what is this angle? Let's call this angle as Y. So, if this angle is Y, then its measure will be 66 minus 36. From the total 66, you remove this 36. That is the angle Y. That is equal to 30 degrees. Correct? Now, EF is also parallel to CD. So, if this angle is 30 degrees, then the opposite angle here will be 180 minus 30 degrees. So, that is equal to 150 degrees. So, my answer is 150 degrees. Did everybody get this one? My answer is 150 degrees. Right. Chalo. Next one. Here, if AB and CD are parallel straight lines, then find measure of angle RSD. And I want the exact number, not in terms of X. Right? I want what is RSD. Yes, Shubhankar. Yashvi, check it. Yes, Namra, I said this is a repeat lecture. This is just a revision, so it's a repeat. And still many of us are not getting the right answer. So sad. We have done these examples before and still many of you are getting it wrong. Aisa Kaisa Namra, dude. It's you who said we have done these examples twice and yet your answer is wrong. Ha. Careful with your calculations. Careful with your calculations. See, one thing we know is that if AB and CD are parallel, if this is 2x, then this angle will be also equal to 2x, correct? So, 3x plus 2x, 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees. The entire angle is 180 degrees. That means 5x is equal to 180 degrees. So, x will be 180 divided by 5, which is equal to 36 degrees. But now I have to find the measure of RSD, which is equal to 2x, right? My answer 2x is 2 times 36. So, that is equal to 72 degrees. My answer is 72 degrees. Did everybody get this? 72 degrees is my answer. It's not difficult, but you have to be careful in looking at the calculations. What the biggest mistake what we will generally make, once we get the answer of x, we are so conditioned, we are so used to finding the value of x that we will assume that that is the answer, forgetting that x is the variable which we have taken, but we need to find out the value of 2x, right? It is not the value of the variable x which has been asked. They're asking what is the value of 2x. So all after you get x is equal to 36, you have to calculate 2x and find the answer. So 2x is equal to 72 degrees. So my answer in this case is 72 degrees. Chalo. Rehani, I'm starting from fresh. I've started right from ABCD. It's a complete, from the beginning I've started this. This is not a continuation of any lecture, right? Okay. Chalo. Now let's see who gets this one. All you have to do is find the value of z in degrees, right? There are three angles given: z by x, z by 6, z by 4 and z by 3. So if these three angles are z by 6, z by 4 and z by 3, then what is the value of z? What is the value of z? Okay. Soham, check your answer. Yeah, most of you are getting it right. What about the others? Jaysheel, check your numbers once. Okay. So what we know is that z upon 6 plus z upon 4 plus z upon 3 should be equal to 180 degrees because it's a straight line that the three angles form. So taking the LCM of 12, we get 2 times z plus 3 times z plus 4 times z upon 12 is 180 degrees. So we get 9 times z is equal to 180 into 12 divided 180 into 12, or if I take 9 on the opposite side, then 9 2 jar 0 jar. So calculating this, I get the value of z is equal to 240. We get the value of z is equal to 240, correct? Did everybody get this? Good, right? So just be careful. Don't assume anything. Do it step by step and guaranteed you will get the answers. Arushi, कौन सा ये वाला सम समझ में नहीं आया? Did you not understand this problem? Okay, see, ये तीन एंगल्स दिए गए हैं z by 6, z by 4 and z by 3. Can you understand that when you add these three angles, z by 6, z by 4 and z by 3, इनका total जो है that should be equal to 180 degrees. Total should be 180 degrees. Because straight line, so इसको इन तीनों को ऐड करूंगा तो 6, 4 and 3 नीचे LCM ले लिया तो 6 2 12 तो ऊपर 2 times z, 3 times z and 4 times z. बस इसको अभी सॉल्व करना है. Will you be able to solve this? Now, Arushi, समझ में आ गया? Okay, चलो. Moving on, next one. In this figure, what is the value of a plus b? What is the value of a plus b in this figure? Right? You are given four angles. This angle is 90. This is 2 times a. This is 3 times a. And this entire angle is 5 times b. So you have to tell me what was a plus b. What is the value of a plus b? Okay. So, do you understand that in charo angles ka total will be 360 degrees? So 90 degrees plus 2 times a plus 3 times a plus 5 times b the whole thing should be equal to 360 degrees. ये वाला पार्ट सबको समझ में आ गया? स्ट्रेट लाइन ऊपर का इतना स्ट्रेट लाइन अगर 180 है तो पूरे का पूरा घुमा के तो 360 डिग्री होगा. So did everybody understand that total is 360 degrees? Okay. So now simplification. 2 plus 3, that is 5 times A plus 5 times B. 360 and 90 को opposite side में लेके जाऊंगा तो subtraction. So 5 times A plus B will be equal to 270 degrees. So finally I get A plus B is equal to 270 divided by 5. So 270 divided by 5, we get the answer 54. साक्षी कैलकुलेशन 50 कहां से आया? 54 आएगा ना? 54. शाश्वत, नम्रा, साक्षी, समझ में आ गया? Okay. Sonia, how did you get the value of A and B? How did you get the value of A and B? क्या इक्वेशंस बनाए आपने? How did you make two equations? Okay, 2a plus 3a is equal to 90 degree. कैसे मिला हार्दी? 2a plus 3a is equal to 90 degree. कहां पे दिया हुआ है? श्रीकर, let's focus on maths. We can do this after the class. Okay, 180 degree. Sonia, total is 180 degree. Of which three angles? None of the angles add up to 180 degree in this example. Which three angles add up to 180 degree? Are any of the three angles making a straight line? How did you get, which three angles are 5b plus 90 plus 2a? Sonia, 5b is this entire thing. 90 is this and this is 2a. Do you think this three total is 180 degrees? Right. So you actually have only one. You can only find out the value of a plus b. The individual of values of a or b cannot be determined. You cannot find out the individual values of a and b. Again, Yashvi, 2a plus 3a, ये angle 90 degree है, ये किसने कहा? Who said that 2a plus 3a is equal to 90 degrees? It's not given that it looks like that, but it is not given that this angle is equal to 90 degrees. ये 90 degree है, किसने कहा? And in fact, it is not 90 degrees. Because अगर ये 90 होता और see this already is 90, so ये ऐसा होना चाहिए था ना straight line. So 2a plus 3a is definitely not 90 degrees. Right? So you cannot find out the individual values of a and b. आप a plus b find कर सकते हो, लेकिन a या b दोनों का separate values नहीं find कर सकते. Hope you understand that. It's not. You get that? Okay. चलो. Now in this figure, if L1 is parallel to L2, L1 is this line, L2 is this line. So if it is given that these two lines are parallel to each other, then what are the values of X, Y and Z? What are the values of X, Y and Z? Yes, Namra, that's correct. This example, if L1 is parallel to L2, then what are the values of X, Y and Z? Very good. Yes, Param. Sonia, yes. Kahini, no. एक नंबर गड़बड़ है आपका. Shubhankar, no. Only one of them is right. You got two of the numbers wrong. Yes, Arjav. Hituj, correct. Arjav, correct. Sujal, yes. Yashvi, nahi. Gadbad mara. Stuti, which one is what? Rahi, yes. Sujal, yes. So guys, let's do this. So L1 is parallel to L2, right? If I name these points as A, B, C, and let's say D, then in triangle ABC, right, 20 plus 62 plus Z will give me a total of 180. So Z plus 20 plus 62, if it is equal to 180 degrees, That means the value of Z will be equal to 180 minus 82, which is 98 degrees. So I get Z is equal to 98 degrees. Correct? Now, if L1 is parallel to L2, then AC is the transversal. So the value of Z will be equal to the value of X. So if Z is 98, then X also becomes 98 degrees. And in triangle ADC, 46 plus 98 plus Y is equal to 180 degrees. So again, we get the value of Y should be equal to 36 degrees. So X is 98, Y is 36, and Z again is 98. Did you get that? X is 98. If 62 was not given, can we consider it as a right angle triangle? Unless it is mentioned, you cannot assume anything. Unless it is mentioned, you cannot assume anything. If it is given AB is perpendicular to L1 or L2, then yes. But if 62 degrees is not given, they will give you a diagram where it looks like it is 90 degrees. But you cannot assume that. Okay, let's take this once again. Let's take a look at this once again. Now, see, L1 is parallel to L2. So, if I name these triangles A, B, C and D. In triangle ABC, first look at triangle ABC. So, you get Z plus 20 plus 62 is equal to 180. So, by solving this, you will get the value of Z is equal to 98 degrees. Do you understand that? Z is equal to 98 degrees. Now, if L1 and L2 are parallel, then X and Z will be the same, vertically opposite. So if Z is equal to 98, then X will also be equal to 98 degrees. And then in triangle ADC, 46 degrees plus 98 degrees plus Y is equal to 180, because the sum of three angles in a triangle is 180. That means Y is 180 minus 98 minus 46. That is equal to 36 degrees. Right? I hope everybody got this one. Chalo. Now tell me, if BC is parallel to ED and measure of angle BAC is 70 degrees, then what is the measure of angle D and the measure of angle C? You have been given one extra data, that is this angle has been given to you as 128 degrees. So what are the measures of the other angles? Previous problem, 1 minute, X is exterior of angle CAB. No. Exterior angle किसको बोलते हैं? Exterior angle CAB के लिए ये वाला angle होगा, not X. This complete angle is the exterior angle. X is not the exterior angle. Yashvi, do you get that? Yashvi, did you get that? Exterior angle किसको बोलते हैं? अगर ये एक triangle है, if this is an angle interior, then this is the exterior angle. चलो, in this one, सबसे पहले तो B plus 128 is equal to 180 degrees. That means B is equal to 180 minus 128. So 180 minus 128 is 52 degrees. So B is 52 degrees, which means D is also 52 degrees. And in triangle ADE, 70 plus 52 plus E is equal to 180 degrees. So E is equal to 180 minus 70 and 52. So that calculation brings us to 58 degrees. So measure angle D is 52. Measure angle E is 58. Got it? I think Shubhankar, 62 and 68 कहाँ से आया? B and D both have to be exactly the same. They are they are same angles. Yeah. Don't be hasty in typing. Take a second extra, but type properly. हार्दी सेम कैलकुलेशन में मिस्टेक मत करो. दीज आर सिंपल एग्जांपल्स. ज्योमेट्री के ऐसे सिंपल एग्जांपल्स आते हैं, लेकिन उसमें प्लस माइनस का थोड़ा बहुत लोचा करेंगे एंड वी विल एंड अप विद द रॉन्ग आंसर. सो ऑल्दो वी नो द कॉन्सेप्ट, वी स्टिल एंड अप डूइंग इट रॉन्ग. वी हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ एंगल सी. तो बेटा एंगल ई एंड एंगल सी इज द सेम. सो सी इज ऑल्सो 58 डिग्रीज बिकॉज ट्रांसवर्सल एंड पैरेलल लाइन का कॉन्सेप्ट. काव्या, डिड यू गेट दैट? E and C, both of them will be the same, na? Because DE and BC are parallel. So this and this angle will be exactly the same. So whether you call it C or E, both of them will be 58. Just like B and D, both are 52. Chalo. If PQ, that is this line, is parallel to RS, then what is the measure of angle X? What is the measure of angle X? Okay. Correct. Very good, very good, very good. Most of you getting it right. बढ़िया है. चलो देखा, अगर PQ and RS पैरेलल हैं, that means ये एंगल PQT and RUT ये दोनों ही सेम होंगे. दैट मीन्स ये भी 80 डिग्री होगा. सो अगर ये वाला एंगल 80 डिग्री है तो 180 माइनस 80 ये वाला एंगल 100 डिग्रीज हो जाएगा. और UST के अंदर 100 प्लस 40 प्लस x इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्रीज. दैट मीन्स मेजर ऑफ एंगल x इज 40 डिग्रीज. उर्मी 100 नहीं है, x इज 40. x इज 40. शक्ल से वो लेस देन 90 डिग्री दिख रहा है, राइट? शक्ल से दिख रहा है एक्यूट एंगल है, तो 100 तो आ ही नहीं सकता. थोड़ा बहुत तो हम वी कैन गेस्टिमेट इट, राइट? इट हैज टू बी एन एक्यूट एंगल. चलो टेल मी, इफ AB इज पैरेलल टू CD, देन व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ एंगल X? If AB is parallel to CD, then what is the value of angle X? Nobody is giving me the right answer. Nobody is giving me the right answer. बच्चा लोग, AB and CD पैरेलल है, ED and EB पैरेलल नहीं है. EB and ED पैरेलल नहीं है. So ABE and CDE, they are not the same angle. जल्दबाजी मत करो. शौर्य, 85 is less than a right angle. Angle X शक्ल से ही obtuse angle लग रहा है. See, the best part about geometry is by looking at the diagram, you can guess के वैल्यू का रेंज कितना होना चाहिए. राइट शक्ल से लग रहा है कि x की वैल्यू ऑब्ट्यूज है, 90 से तो ज्यादा है, राइट? एंड 120 से भी ज्यादा है. तो 120 से भी कितना ज्यादा होना चाहिए? ओके, सो अगर गेस करना हो तो कर सकते हैं, बट टेक्निक क्या है? चलो, लेट्स ड्रॉ अ लाइन फ्रॉम पॉइंट D, राइट? लेट्स कॉल दिस लाइन DP. And let's say that DP is parallel to BE. Can I say DP is parallel to BE? So if DP is parallel to BE, then angle CDP will be equal to angle ABE. So इतना जो angle है ये हो गया 180 degrees. And if DP is also parallel to BE, then ये angle and ये angle match कर जाएगा, making this part equal to 35 degrees. So पूरे का पूरा एंगल अगर लेना है, so 125 plus 35 degrees, my total is 155 degrees. So my total answer is 155 degrees. समझ में आया ये प्रॉब्लम? शक्ल से देखो, एंगल X जो है वो 120 से ही ज्यादा लग रहा है. सो 120 से ज्यादा और मेरे पास नंबर ही 2 है, क्या कर सकता हूं, मैक्सिमम दोनों को ऐड करना है। अब तुक्का अगर मारना होता तो x की वैल्यू 120 प्लस 35 लगा दो, क्योंकि 120 से तो ज्यादा है और दूसरा कोई नंबर है नहीं मेरे पास। लेकिन अगर लॉजिक से समझना है तो मैंने बता दिया है। यश 145 कैसे होगा बेटा, 145 क्यों होगा यश, 145 नंबर कैसे आया, 180 माइनस 35, 180 माइनस 35 मैं क्यों करूंगा, वाई विल आई डू 180 माइनस 35, सी 180 माइनस 30, 180 में 25, दिशा ये 25 कहां से लेके आए आप, ये 25 नंबर कहां से पैदा हो गया, राइट 180 के लिए आई नीड सम एंगल लाइक दिस, सो दिस एंगल कितना है आई डोंट नो, सो विदाउट नोइंग दिस एंगल आई कैनॉट से x इज 180 माइनस दिस एंगल, राइट, सो 180 माइनस 35 नहीं कर सकते आप। It's making a triangle, but is it making an isosceles triangle? Disha, is it making an isosceles triangle? I know this angle is 35. If I say this angle is 120, then this angle is actually 180 minus 120 minus what? 35. That is equal to 25. So if this angle is 25, then 180 minus 25. Yeah, that way you are right. But answer is 135. Answer is 155. Sorry. 155. Ha. Method is correct. That method is correct. Disha, method is correct. You can solve it in multiple ways, Maitri. As long as you get the right answer, you can do it in multiple ways. See, Rihani, if you did not understand the previous method, let me show you another method of doing it. This new method which we did, right? Let's construct this triangle, right, and call this P. So in triangle DPE, can you say that measure of angle DPE will also be equal to 120 degrees? This angle will be equal to 120 degrees because CP and AB are parallel. So transversal PBE से same angle form हो गया. Did you get that part, Rihani? Okay. Now, angle PDE, ये वाला angle is equal to 180 minus 120 minus 35. That is equal to 25. This angle, angle PDE is 25 degrees. Did you get that part? Okay. So अब x कैलकुलेट कर लो, 180 minus 25 is equal to 155. Understood this method? Okay. Maitri, don't go by trial and error because we don't have enough data for trial and error. Go by technique which gives you a straightforward answer. Maths में trial and error की जरूरत नहीं है, especially geometry में. Straightforward, you will be able to get the answers. I showed you how to do it in 2 ways for this sum. Did you understand at least one of the 2 methods? Okay. Chalo. Moving on. Now, we have seen angle-based problems. Moving ahead, triangles. Right? When 3 straight lines form a closed figure, it is called a triangle. Based on the measure of the angles, we have 3 types of triangles, right? If all the angles are less than 90 degrees, then such a triangle is called an acute angle triangle, where all the 3 angles are less than 90 degree. If exactly one of the angles is equal to 90 degrees, then this is known as a right angle triangle. And if exactly one of them angles is greater than 90 degrees, then it is known as an obtuse angled triangle. Now, the sum of the 3 angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. So, कोई भी triangle will have minimum 2 acute angles. Out of the 3 angles, 2 of them will always be acute. The third one, it decides the shape. If the third one is also acute, it makes an acute angle triangle. If the third is 90 degrees, it forms a right angle triangle. And if the third one is greater than 90 degrees, then it forms an obtuse angled triangle. So these are three triangles based on the type of angles in them. Similarly, based on the sides, if a triangle has all three sides of the same length, all the three sides are of the same length, then such a triangle is called an equilateral triangle. If exactly two of the sides are same, then such a triangle is called an isosceles triangle. And if all the three sides are different, then such a triangle is called a scalene triangle. Right? If three sides are equal, it is called an equilateral triangle. And each angle in an equilateral triangle is also the same, making each angle 60 degrees. In an equilateral triangle, each angle is equal to 60 degrees. If exactly two sides are same, they are called an isosceles triangle, and the angles opposite to the same sides, similar sides, will have the same measure. And if all the three sides are different, then it is called a scalene triangle, in which all the three angles will also be different. Did you understand these types of triangles? Three triangles based on the angles, three triangles based on the sides. Now, what is meant by similarity of triangles? Supposing I give you a triangle, let us call this triangle A, B and C. And I give you another triangle P, Q and R. Now let us say that the first triangle ABC, angles A is equal to angle P. Whatever is the measure of angle B is the same as measure of angle Q, and measure of angle C is the same as measure of angle R. Right? Corresponding angles have the same measure, and if I take the ratio of the sides, whatever is the ratio of AB upon PQ, it is the same as BC upon QR, and it is the same as AC upon PR. Then we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, right? Corresponding angles are the same and corresponding sides are in the same ratio, right? They are, so ABC को expand करेंगे तो PQR बन जाता है, या PQR को shrink करेंगे तो ABC बन जाता है. And if I give you two triangles which are exactly the same, right? Let us say PQR and XYZ. PQ and XY same measure, QR and YZ are exactly the same length, PR and XZ are the same length, then PQR is said to be congruent to XYZ. So if the two triangles are exactly the same, they are known as congruent triangles. Did you get this? Similarity is एक दूसरे का छोटा बड़ा वर्जन हो सकता है. Congruence, both are carbon copies of each other, exactly the same. Carbon copy C, congruence C, right? So for similarities, all the three sides will be in the same ratio. All the three angles, the corresponding angles will be the same. To prove similarity, you need any three elements: side, angle, side, 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 angle, 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 side, angle, side, angle. Any three elements can help you prove similarity. Right? Congruence prove करने के लिए कम से कम एक side का measure होना जरूरी है. Using only angles, we cannot prove similarity. But I mean, we cannot prove congruence. But similarity can be proven. If all the three angles are equal in the two triangles, then they are similar. But for congruence, we need at least one side. Correct? Correct. So PQ is equal to XY, QR is equal to YZ, and PR is equal to XZ. In the same triangle, the three sides need not be the same. PQ need not be equal to QR, need not be equal to PR, right? Take a look at this. I can draw a triangle like this. Definitely the three sides are not the same, right? But these two triangles are congruent to each other. If I name this UVW and I call this DEF, so UV is same as DE, EF is same as VW, and UW is same as DF. So corresponding sides are the same, but within the same triangle, they need not be the same. Do you get that, Shashwat? If all the six sides are same, then obviously they're congruent. So yes, Rihani, all congruent triangles are definitely similar triangles, but all similar triangles are not necessarily congruent. जैसे सारे गुजरातीज तो इंडियंस होते हैं, लेकिन सारे इंडियंस जरूरी नहीं कि गुजराती हो. So if it is congruent, by default it is similar. But if it is similar, it is not necessary that it is congruent. Do you get that? Rehani? Right. For congruence, I need any three elements with minimum one side. To prove congruence, out of three sides and three angles, I need at least one side and two other elements. So all three sides, या one side and two angles, या two sides and one angle. But एक side कम से कम मेरे पास होना चाहिए. I can prove congruence in that case. Shubhankar, can they ask about cases of congruency? MCQ में कैसे पूछेंगे? MCQ में आपको cases of congruency क्या पूछेंगे? You are talking about ASA theorem, SSS theorem and all that, right? That's just what I said right now. For congruence, minimum एक side का included होना जरूरी है. For similarity, any three elements, including three angles, are enough. But for congruence, at least one side is necessary. Even if one side is not given, then you cannot prove congruency. You can prove similarity, but not congruency. You get that, Shubhankar? Chalo. Now, three-sided figures, triangles. We increase the number of sides. We make it four-sided figures, quadrilaterals. Just as the sum of three sides of a triangle is 180, quadrilateral में चार angle होते हैं, and the sum of all the four angles is always equal to 360 degrees. Now, supposing I have quadrilateral P, Q, R and S, where the opposite sides are parallel and equal. That means PQ and RS have the same length, and QR and PS have the same length. Then such a figure is known as a parallelogram. So parallelogram में opposite sides are the same, opposite angles are the same, and if you draw the two diagonals, right, then the diagonals will bisect each other, means they will cut each other in half. तो QS and PR अगर मैं ज्वाइन करता हूं, तो ये जो पॉइंट है, ये दोनों diagonals का मिड पॉइंट होगा. Did we understand the property of a parallelogram? One of the most basic type of quadrilaterals. Parallelogram होता क्या है? Opposite sides are parallel. The measure of opposite sides is the same. Opposite angles are also the same. And the diagonals, they cut each other in half. They bisect each other. Understood that? Parallelogram. Now, I'm going to increase a property. Supposing I make all sides of the parallelogram equal. So, the parallelogram now becomes a rhombus. Rhombus is nothing but a special type of parallelogram. It contains all the properties of a parallelogram. That is, opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel. The additional property is that all sides are also equal. So it gets one extra property That is, the diagonals, they are at 90 degrees. Rhombus is nothing but a special parallelogram. Extra क्या है? Rhombus में all the four sides will have the same length. Parallelogram में सिर्फ opposite sides के length same होना जरूरी है, लेकिन अगर चारों साइड सेम लेंथ के हो जाते हैं, then it becomes a special type of a parallelogram called a rhombus. Now, so all Rehani, take a look at a figure. Does this angle look the same as this angle? This is an acute angle. This is an obtuse angle. Do they look the same? Rehani, do these angles even look the same? They are not. See, best part about geometry, look at the figure, and by looking at the figure, we can understand it. Right? Chalo. Now, parallelogram mein, instead of saying all sides, if I create a figure where all the angles are the same, then it is called a rectangle. So a rectangle is also a special parallelogram where opposite sides are parallel and equal, and here the angles are all the same. So each angle is 90 degrees. And here, if I draw the two diagonals, then in here the diagonals are same in length. Correct? Did you understand it so far? Parallelogram के दो बच्चे हैं. Parallelogram में sides को same कर दो तो rhombus बन जाता है. Parallelogram में angles को same कर दो तो rectangle बन जाता है. Did you understand it so far? Now, if I combine every property, parallelogram के भी properties हैं, sides भी सारे same हैं, angles भी सारे same हैं, then it is Mr. Square, right? So a square contains all the properties of a parallelogram, of a rhombus and a rectangle. A square is a special case. Parallelogram की तरह opposite sides are parallel and equal. Rhombus की तरह all sides are equal. Rectangle की तरह all angles are equal. The diagonals, they bisect each other in half. The diagonals are equal in length, and the diagonals cut each other at 90 degrees. So all the properties of parallelogram comes in rhombus and rectangle, and all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle, they are ultimately inherited by the square. Did you get it? So parallelogram अगर दादा है तो rhombus, rectangle उसके बच्चे हैं and square उसका पोता है. So in a rectangle, Rehani, let's see. I can draw a rectangle like this, correct? If I draw the diagonals, do these diagonals bisect at 90 degrees? They bisect, yes, but do they bisect at 90 degrees? Take a look at the diagram. Do they look as if they are at 90 degrees? No. So in a rectangle, the diagonals do not necessarily bisect at 90 degrees. But in a rectangle, if the angles bisect, if the diagonals bisect at 90 degrees, then it becomes a square. So bisecting at 90 degrees is a square, right? A pure rectangle, which is not a square, will not have angles at 90, will not have diagonals at 90 degrees. But if a square is considered a rectangle, then yes, the diagonals, they bisect at 90 degrees. So a square is a special case of a rectangle where the diagonals are at 90 degrees to each other. Did you get that? Correct. Now, there is one more type of quadrilateral possible where only one side of opposite sides is parallel to each other. And this is known as a trapezium. It does not have any great property except that if trapezium is PQRS, then one side of opposite lines, that is PQ, will be parallel to RS. One pair of opposite sides will be parallel, the other side will not be. That's it. There is no other great property for trapezium. The only property is opposite sides they are one pair of opposite sides is parallel. So Soham, you're asking about a kite. You're asking about this shape, or it could be something like this. So if opposite sides are equal, then it becomes a rhombus. Kaju Katli is a rhombus. Do you get that? Now, if I have a kite where it is something like this, then it's simply called a quadrilateral, but it does not have any other property. It's only a quadrilateral. None of the sides, opposite sides are not parallel. So it's simply called a quadrilateral, where adjacent sides may be equal, but it's not one of the others. If all the four sides are equal, like a Kaju Katli, then that becomes a rhombus. It's a diamond. But for a patang, rocket patang agar hai, where the head is small and the tail is big, then it's only simply a quadrilateral. Do you get that? Okay. Chal. Now, we move on to our next figure, which is a circle. Right? The set of all points which are at an equal distance from the center. If this is the center, let us say O, then the set of all these points, right, on the perimeter, on the circumference, each of them is at an equal distance from the center. So if you draw all points which are at the same distance from the center, the shape you get is a circle. So the line connecting the opposite ends through the center, this line is called my diameter. From the center to any one point is called the radius. Connecting any two random points, not necessarily through the center, is a chord. And from outside touching it at a single point is called a tangent. Do you understand these four names? Diameter, radius, chord, and tangent. Diameter is the largest chord, right? Chord means touching any 2 points on the circle. So technically, a diameter is also a chord, but it is the largest chord of the circle. Radius is half of diameter. Radius is half of diameter. And from outside, if we draw a line which touches the circle at a single point, that line is called a tangent. Also, from the point of intersection of tangent and circle, if you draw a radius, then the angle between the tangent and the radius will always be equal to 90 degrees. If you draw a radius from the point of intersection of the tangent and the circle, tangent circle को जहाँ पे छूता है, उस point से center तक अगर radius draw करते हो, तो उस tangent and radius के बीच में जो angle form होगा, that will always be a 90 degree angle. Correct? Namra is asking, a circle is made when two perpendiculars of same length are connected. Two perpendiculars of same length are connected. Okay. Then a circle, how do you get that? These are two perpendiculars of same length. How is this a circle? I'm missing something in the question, Namra. Some detail is missing because lines cannot form a circle. A circle is a curve. Lines are straight. Okay, you're saying like this. Are you saying like this? Two perpendiculars through the center. Yes. In this case, they will see all the four lines are radius. Right? All the four lines are radius, so they will lie on a circle. Directly, if I connect them, it's not a circle. But I can make a circle connecting the outside portion. I hope you got this point. Right? Okay. Chalo. Now, circles have some very, very interesting properties. Like, I have a circle and I have a center of the circle. Let us say I draw a chord AB. Right? Now, if I draw two lines, connecting it here, and I draw two lines connecting it to the center. Let's say this is the center O. Then if angle ACB is theta, then angle AOB will always be 2 theta. The line, if an angle is made by a chord at the center and angle is made by the chord on the arc, this is called an arc of the circle. The curved portion is called an arc. So the angle formed here, theta, and the angle formed at the center, this will be theta, this will be 2 theta. That is, the angle formed at the center will be double the angle formed at the end. This, by the way, this portion ACB, this larger portion is called the major arc, and the remaining portion is known as the minor arc. Similarly, major segment and minor segment, right? Do you understand this funda? This is one of the most useful funda you can get. Shubhankar did not get it. Chalo, let me do this once again. See, this is the center of the circle, right? This is point AB. This is, let us say, C, and this is, let us say, D. From AB, I am drawing a triangle at C, and from the same point AB, I am drawing a triangle at D. Did you understand these two triangles? Okay. Whatever is the measure of the angle ADB, angle ACB will be double of that. And another property, from this line on the opposite side, if I draw a triangle, right, and name this angle as Y, then X plus Y will always be equal to 180 degrees. From the same chord AB, I'm drawing a point, one is here and one is on the opposite side. So the two angles which are formed, they will always be supplementary angles. Okay, so just quick repeat of this. If I have a chord AB, let's say this point is C and this point is D. If this angle is X, then this angle is 2X. And from AB, if I draw lines to the opposite side and name this angle as Y, then angle X plus angle Y will be supplementary. The total will be 180 degrees. Everybody got that? Okay. Now, supposing again I take a chord AB and I make a triangle like this, ACB, and with angle X. From the same points AB, if I draw another triangle, let us say ADB, then this angle will also be equal to X. From the same 2 points on the same side of the circle, whichever triangle I make, if I draw another triangle, let us say from A, I take a line here and I extend this line this side to B, then this angle formed will also be equal to X. So every angle formed on the same side by the same 2 points will always be the same in measure. Correct? Rihani, in a circle, if I take any line, right, on one side I make an angle, on the other side I make another angle, then these two angles will be equal to 180 degrees. From the same line, the angles on the opposite sides will be supplementary. Okay. Did everybody understand this concept? All the angles drawn from the same 2 points will be same. Namra, size of the angle is not proportional to the length of the base. No. Don't make a statement like that. From the same base, whatever angle is made, that angle's measure will be same. इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद साइज ऑफ द बेस. लेंथ ऑफ द बेस के साथ कुछ नहीं है. सेम बेस के साथ जो एंगल बनेगा वो सेम होगा. देयर इज नो प्रोपोर्शन टू देम. If the base is the same, the angle is the same. That's it. Right? If I draw a triangle, if a circle, right? एक क्या बना दिया तो इन दो पॉइंट से this angle will be same as this angle, will be same as this angle, will be same as this angle. Same side पे जो angles होंगे they will be the same. Right? All the angles have to be on the same side of the line, the chord. Okay. Now, this is a very specific formula, and if they ask you a question, it will be a direct question, direct use of the formula. You just have to remember. Supposing from an outside point P, I draw two lines which intersect the circle in 2 points, PQR, PST. Then PQ into PR will be equal to PS into PT. Yes, Soham. Diameter अगर base है तो angle will be a right angle. That's correct. See, if the diameter is given, whatever angle you draw from the diameter, that will always be 90 degrees. Correct. Did you understand this funda? From outside point P, if I draw two lines intersecting at points Q, R, S and T, then PQ multiplied by PR is equal to PS multiplied by PT. It's just a formula you have to remember. एक आध एग्जाम में डायरेक्ट एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ये फॉर्मूला पूछ लेते हैं. And supposing one of the line it intersects at 2 points, but the other one is tangent, that is it intersects at only 1 point, then we say PQ multiplied by PR is equal to PS का square. PQ multiplied by PR will be PS का square. Did you understand this funda? Right? कुछ है नहीं, सिर्फ याद रखना है. Okay. Now, supposing we have a circle in which I draw a quadrilateral, which all the vertices of the quadrilateral they lie on the circle, right? ये quadrilateral A, B, C and D जो है, इसके चारों points जो हैं, ये exactly circle पे ही हैं. Such a quadrilateral is known as a cyclic quadrilateral. Such a quadrilateral is known as a cyclic quadrilateral, in which the opposite sides, opposite angles, I repeat, the opposite angles will always add up to 180 degrees. So if this is U and this is W, then opposite angles का जो sum है वो always 180 degrees होगा. Understood? A cyclic quadrilateral means a quadrilateral. All the points of the quadrilateral they lie on the same circle. So opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral are always supplementary. ये तो वही फंडा हो गया. कॉर्ड अगर मैं ड्रॉ करता हूं तो ये ऑपोजिट एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री होंगे ना. इस साइड से भी कॉर्ड ड्रॉ करता हूं तो ऑपोजिट एंगल सप्लीमेंट्री होंगे. सेम फंडा. साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलैटरल, डिड वी अंडरस्टैंड? Do you understand the concept of cyclic quadrilateral? Quadrilateral where all the 4 points, vertices are on the same circle. Chalo. Try this one. Problem. Let's do a few problems now. If O is the center of the circle given and measure angle OBC is 30 degrees, then what is the measure of angle BAC? Number is correct. Rahi got it. दूसरा है बांधो लोग मिष्टुक मार रहे हो. मिष्टुक. नाउ मेजॉरिटी आर गेटिंग इट. प्रणव, शक्ल से ही वो छोटा एंगल लग रहा है, बड़ा कैसे हो सकता है? इट लुक्स एक्यूट. Okay, so it is given OBC, that is this particular angle is 30 degrees. I have to find out BAC. I have to find out this particular angle. So if OBC is 30 degrees, can I say that OB and OC are both radii? So isosceles triangle OBC में ये एंगल अगर 30 डिग्री है तो ये वाला एंगल भी 30 डिग्री होगा. ये पार्ट समझ में आया? OBC अगर 30 डिग्री है तो OCB भी 30 डिग्रीज होगा, बिकॉज इट्स एन आइसोसेलिस ट्राइंगल. सो दो एंगल पता है तो तीसरा निकाल दो. सो BOC, दिस एंगल इज 180 minus 60, 120 degrees. एंगल BOC विल बी 120 degrees. एंड फंडा क्या है? इफ फ्रॉम टू पॉइंट्स सेंटर पे जो एंगल बनेगा दैट विल बी डबल दिस वन. तो सेंटर पे अगर 120 डिग्री है तो ये वाला एंगल 120 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 होगा, विच इज इक्वल टू 60 डिग्रीज. सो माई आंसर इज 60 डिग्रीज. डिड वी गेट इट? करेक्ट. आई होप एवरीबडी गॉट दिस वन. ना ये 15 डिग्रीज कैसे आया? लोचा मारा होगा कुछ तो. आई होप नाउ एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड दिस प्रॉब्लम. ओके, ट्राई दिस वन. ये तो भैया स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. ये तो अभी मैंने बताया था फॉर्मूला. इसमें फॉर्मूला कुछ भी नहीं है. फंडा क्या अप्लाई करना है? PB मल्टीप्लाइड बाय PA इज इक्वल टू PD मल्टीप्लाइड बाय PC. तो PB कितना है? PB आई डोंट नो हाउ मच इट इज. लेट्स से इट इज इक्वल टू X. नाउ PD इज इक्वल टू 4, CD इज इक्वल टू 3. सो PB X मल्टीप्लाइड बाय PA 8 is equal to PD 4 multiplied by PC 7. So I get the value of X is equal to 3.5. So if X is equal to 3.5 and this entire thing is equal to 8, so 8 minus 3.5, that is AB, will be equal to 4.5. समझ में आया? AB, straightforward calculation, is equal to 4.5. Did everybody understand? Excuse me. Did everybody get this one? चलो बढ़िया છે. Moving ahead. Now, straightforward theory. What is the complement of 72 degrees 40 minutes? Now, एक फंडा आपको याद रखने का कि in geometry 1 degree represented by this symbol is equal to 60 minutes represented by this symbol, right? 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Just like 1 hour is 60 minutes, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So even in angular measurements, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Now, 72 degree 40 minutes. Complement means total is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees 0 minutes minus 72 degrees 40 minutes करना है. So 0 से 40 करने के लिए यहाँ पे से borrow करना पड़ेगा. So this becomes 60. 60 minus 40 is 20. 89 minus 72 is 17. So 17 degrees 20 minutes, right? Complementary is 17 degrees 20 minutes. Now, word problem. Two straight lines AB and CD cut each other at O. If angle BOD is 63, then angle BOC is how much? If you make a diagram and do the calculations properly, then extremely simple problem. कुछ भी नहीं है इस प्रॉब्लम के अंदर. मानुषी, कैसे how did you get that number? Yeah, Soham, yeah, most of you got it right. मानुषी ने कैलकुलेशन में गड़बड़ मारा है. चलो, फंडा क्या है? टू स्ट्रेट लाइन्स AB and CD, they cut each other at O. Now angle O, that is angle BOD, if this is 63 degrees, then BOC is how much? So 180 minus 63, 180 minus 63, my answer is 117. 117, straightforward. पप्पू कैलकुलेशन है, कुछ भी नहीं है, सिंपलेस्ट प्रॉब्लम. चलो, this is a good one. In this figure, AB is parallel to CD, angle ABO is 40 degrees, and angle CDO is equal to 30 degrees. If DOB is X, then what is the value of X? Easy, very easy sum. Nothing great in this. Yeah. डायग्राम देख के लगेगा कि क्या है, बट लिटरली कुछ भी नहीं है. सिंपल पैरेलल लाइंस का फंडा है इसके अंदर. इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड पैरेलल लाइंस एंड ट्रांसवर्सल वाला फंडा, देन इट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड सम टू सॉल्व. क्या करना है? कुछ भी नहीं करना है. सी, AB एंड EF पैरेलल हैं. So if this is 40, then this is also 40 degrees. And ODC अगर 30 है, तो FOD ये एंगल भी 30 डिग्री होगा. So technically 40 and 30 को मुझे ऐड करना है. So I get X, that is BOD or DOB is equal to 70 degrees. Correct? 70 degrees आएगा ना आंसर. हाँ, EF is parallel to what? EF is parallel to CD. AB, EF, CD. Even if they are not, supposing EF is not parallel. Now, EF is not parallel. Pranav has got a very valid point. Suppose it says that EF is not parallel. Let's make an observation. See, if I take EF is parallel, तो ये आंसर आ गया. But what happens if EF is not parallel? Supposing EF goes something like this. See, ये जो एंगल BOD होगा, whether it is parallel or not parallel, will angle BOD ever change? If I take AB and CD and make an angle like this, right? Ultimately, this is my angle BOD. अब EF को आप टेढ़ा पास करो, पैरेलल पास करो, कुछ भी पास करो, does it make a difference to angle BOD? No. So when it does not make a difference, assuming EF is parallel is the best option to make life simple. Correct? Now, if only BOF or DOF was asked, then you cannot determine the answer because EF is not given as parallel. If only BOF or DOF was to be found out, I could not have found out them individually because EF is not given as parallel. But because BOD has to be found out, I can assume EF is parallel because it does not make a difference and find the answer. Correct, Namra? Individually, I cannot find them, but the total I can. Correct. Now, AB is parallel to CD. BAE is given as 45 degrees. DCE is 50 degree and CED is X degrees. What is the value of X? Again, very simple problem. Orally we can do this one. Yep, orally we can do this one. See, because AB is parallel to CD, so angle BAD will be equal to angle ADC. That means this angle will also be equal to 45 degrees. So X plus 45 plus 50 is equal to 180, which means x is equal to 180 minus 95. So my ultimate answer definitely 85 degrees. Correct. I think ये तो पप्पू problem है. Everybody should have got this one. Absolutely no issues in this one. Chalo. Now, this is a fun problem. If the angles of a triangle are in the ratio 2, 3, 4, can you tell me what is the measure of the greatest angle in this particular triangle? Ooh, very quick. Fantastics. So I think this, Shreya, careful. See, if the three angles are in the ratio of 2, 3, 4, that means can I say the angles are 2x, 3x and 4x? So if I add the three angles, then 9x is equal to 180 degrees, which means x is equal to 20 degrees. So the greatest angle 4x or 4 multiplied by 20 should be equal to 80 degrees. Shreya, got it? Yes. The answer is 80 degrees. Straightforward, ratio, proportion and geometry ka basic concept. Okay, the angles, the sum of the three angles of any triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. Chalo. Now this is an interesting problem. The longest side of two similar triangles is 36 centimeters and x centimeters. Now if their areas are 144 and 81, then what is the value of x? Disha. Yep. No. Namra, Shubhankar, Het, no. Sujal, 4, nah. Guys, interesting funda ye hai कि when two triangles are similar to each other, let us say ABC and PQR, then we get AB upon PQ will be equal to BC upon QR will be equal to AC upon PR, and it will be the square root of their areas, right? When the lengths are comparable, the area का square root का ratio same होगा. So that means 36 upon x will be equal to the square root of 144 upon 81, which is 12 upon 9. So x will be equal to 36 into 9 upon 12, which is equal to 27. My answer is 27. So हम formula of area of triangle half base into height. Half base into height. Now, Namra, logic behind this rule, pretty simple. The logic behind the rule is pretty simple. See, supposing now let us take the two triangles ABC and triangles PQR. So if let us say the base is x, right, and x dash, height का भी proportion same होगा h and h dash. So let us say x upon x dash is equal to m, and h upon h dash will also be the same ratio m. Now area half base into height and half base into height. If you compare this, half of cancel हो जाएगा, x upon x dash, h upon h dash is m square. This is also m, this is also m, m square. So इसका root लेंगे तो same ratio आ जाएगा. So area square में है. So now can you tell me, for a 3-dimensional figure, volume का ratio कैसे होगा? If the lengths of two 3-dimensional figures are the same, then the volume के cube root will be proportional. Correct. The volume का cube root will be proportional because the volume goes in cube. So volume का cube root will be proportional. Area goes in square. So square root of area will be proportional. Correct? Easy sha, not very difficult. Chal. Now this is interesting. ABCD is a trapezium, which means AB and DC, the opposite sides are parallel to each other. In this case, what are the values of x? Okay, so DC is parallel to AB. So can I say vertically opposite angles will be the same? So here, the vertically opposite angles are the same. So can I say triangle AOB is similar to triangle DOC? Triangle AOB and triangle DOC, because the angles are the same, they are similar. So that means this side and this side ka ratio will be the same as in dono ka ratio. So 3 upon x minus 4 is equal to 6 upon x minus 3. 3 upon x minus 4 will be equal to 6 upon x minus 3. So 3x minus 9 is 6x minus 24. So 3x is equal to 15, making the value of x equal to 5. Correct. In a trapezium, diagonals, they form two triangles which are similar to each other. Good, Soham. Good. Very good. Did everybody understand the funda behind this problem? Straightforward, right? Very important property. Chalo. ABCD has area equal to 28. Now BC is parallel to AD, BA is perpendicular to AD, and if BC is 6, AD is 8, then what is the measure of AB? थोड़ा बहुत mensuration related है, surface area का formula, but base into height is rectangle, half base into height is area of triangle, उतना तो पता है. So using that funda, can we find out what is the length of AB in this particular diagram? Yes, Shubhankar and Jia correct. Sujal, just check your correct calculations once. Yes, Pranav Manush correct. चलो It is given that BC is parallel to AD, BA is perpendicular to AD. Now BC is 6 and AD is 8. Sorry, AD is 8. If I draw a line from here again which is perpendicular, then and name this point as, let us say, E, then AE will be equal to 6, making ED equal to 2. Now, area of rectangle ABCE will be equal to 6 into AB, let us say X, and this one will be half into base into height, which is equal to X. So this is X. Can I say 6X plus X is equal to 28, which means the value of X is equal to 4. So I get AB is equal to 4. Did you get it? AB is equal to 4. Sujal, did you get this one? समझ में आया बच्चा? Good, 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 good. I hope others also understood this one. नहीं आरुषि? चलो फिर से करते हैं ये. See, BC is 6 एंड ये जो AD है ये पूरे का पूरा 8 है. सो अगर मैं C से एक परपेंडिकुलर लाइन ऐसे ड्रॉप करता हूं तो AE जो होगा ये 6 होगा एंड ED जो होगा वो 2 होगा. इतना समझ में आया? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पार्ट आरुषि? Okay. Now let's assume that AB is equal to X, right? This distance AB is equal to X. So area of ABCE is base multiplied by height, which is 6x, and area of ECD triangle is half into base into height, which is equal to x. ये दोनों समझ में आया? नाउ तो मैं इन दोनों को अगर ऐड करूं 6x प्लस x तो ये पूरे ट्रेपीजियम का एरिया होगा 28. सो x की वैल्यू सॉल्व करो, आंसर आ गया 4. Got it? Good. Chalo. Interesting problem, word problem. Radius of the circle is 9. Length of one of the chords is 14. Then what is the distance of the chord from the center? उसका डायग्राम क्या बनेगा? सर्कल बनाया, राइट? नाउ एक कॉर्ड है जिसका लेंथ जो है वो 14 दिया गया है. रेडियस तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक रेडियस ले लेते हैं 9. तो ये जो डिस्टेंस है, डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द सेंटर टू द कॉर्ड, ये वाला डिस्टेंस कितना होगा? नाउ टू सॉल्व दिस एक फंडा है कि अगर मैं 90 डिग्री पे सेंटर से कॉर्ड पे लाइन ड्रॉप करता हूँ, देन दीज टू थिंग्स आर सेम एंड दिस एंगल इज 90 डिग्री. That means POQ becomes a right angle triangle. So Pythagoras चाचा काम आएंगे. PO square is PQ square plus OQ square, right? And Q midpoint है, तो this becomes 7. So PO square 81 is PQ square 49 plus OQ square. So the square of OQ is 81 minus 49. 81 minus 49 is 32. So OQ root of 32 5 और 6 के बीच में होगा 5 point something, right? 25 and 36 के बीच में आंसर है. So answer should be 5 point something. 5.7 should be my answer. Got it? Shubhankar, not 2 root 5. 5th root Square root of 32. 4 root 2 actually. रट लिया आरुषि, स्कूल में भी था ये प्रॉब्लम. रटना नहीं चाहिए, फंडा समझो, फंडा इजी है, फंडे समझ लो. फंडामेंटल्स अगर समझ में आ गया तो फिर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम उस टाइप का होगा इजीली सॉल्व कर पाओगे. चलो लेट्स टेक अ सिमिलर प्रॉब्लम. ये देखते हैं आरुषि आता है कि नहीं. लेंथ ऑफ द कॉर्ड एट डिस्टेंस ऑफ 5 सेंटीमीटर फ्रॉम द सेंटर where the circle of radius is 10 centimeter is what? Five root 3, right? And 5 root 3 का अगर नंबर में लिखना है, it will be roughly 8 point something. Root 3 is what? Root 3 is roughly 1.7. So 5 into 1.7, roughly 8.66. So 5 root 3 अगर ऑप्शन है तो 5 root 3, वरना root 3 का वैल्यू you can take it as roughly 1.7. ठीक है. मैन्युअल मेथड टू फाइंड द रूट्स. लेंथ ऑफ द 5 रूट, हाँ करेक्ट. QR is 5 root 3. Length of the chord is guys 10 root 3. Huh? My mistake. Yeah, answer is 10 root 3. That is 19 point something is the answer. अपने को तो सिर्फ आधा निकला है. ठीक है. Man is asking a manual method. So left, yeah, 17 point something. नहीं, it will be what? 17.3. Sorry, हाँ, 17.3. Convert करोगे तो 1.7, तो 17 point something will be the answer. Yeah. Yes, Hit, double करना पड़ेगा. Method for roots. Somebody was asking, right? चलो, you see, if it is perfectly divisible by numbers, तो directly you can find the answer. But if it is not perfectly divisible, then how do you find out? Right? Give me any number. मैं आपको बताता हूँ. I'll show you how to find out square root. 86 का square root find करना है. चलो, let's do that. So 86 का square root. अगर इसका approximation चाहिए, right? Answers में you can find out that the perfect square roots lie between 81 and 100. That is 9 square and 10 square. So 81 के बाद एंड 100 से पहले, सो माई आंसर इज 9 point something. राइट? अगर ऑप्शंस में एक ही नंबर 9 point है तो ऑब्वियसली द आंसर इज 9 point something. बट सपोजिंग मोर देन वन ऑप्शन इज 9 point, तो एग्जैक्ट आंसर कैसे लेके आते हैं? सो 86 9 से डिवाइड करना है. 9 9s are 81, राइट? 5 डेसिमल पॉइंट आ गया. अब याद रखो, जो नंबर को यहां पे आपने मल्टीप्लाई किया उसी को ऐड करो. सो 9 + 9 इज 18. उसके बाद 2 जीरोस यहां पे डालने हैं, राइट? 2 जीरोस मुझे यहां पे डालने हैं. सो व्हाट डू आई डू नाउ? यहां पे ऐसा कौन सा नंबर मैं डालूंगा जिसको खुद से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 500 से सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा. इफ आई पुट 181 1s are 181, 182 2s are 364, 183 3s are 500 से ज़्यादा चला जाएगा. सो हियर आई हैव टू पुट 2. 182 multiplied by 2 is 364, राइट? तो इसका सब्ट्रैक्शन आपको मिल जाएगा 136. सो 2 ऐड किया, 2 ऐड करो 184, एक और डैश, 2 जीरोस को ऐड करो. ना इस नंबर पे क्या डालोगे जो खुद से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो डिवाइड करेगा. इससे आगे जाना है तो ठीक है, वरना अप्रॉक्सीमेट आंसर तो मिल ही गया 9.2. Did you understand this method? It's called a division method of solving. You can keep on doing that for as many decimal points as you want. Yes, Rihani, give me another number. I'll show you how to do it once again, but give me another number. छोटा नंबर मत दो रिहानी, बड़ा नंबर दो, 3-4 डिजिट वाला नंबर दो. 135. चलो 1843, बढ़िया है. 1843, ग्रेट एग्जाम्पल. चलो, सो बड़े नंबर में क्या करना है? स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द राइट हैंड साइड एंड स्टार्ट मेकिंग ग्रुप्स ऑफ 2 नंबर्स. सो 43 का एक ग्रुप बनेगा, 18 का एक ग्रुप बनेगा. अब 18 से छोटा परफेक्ट स्क्वायर क्या है? 18 से छोटा परफेक्ट स्क्वायर क्या है? 16. सो 4 4s are 16. सब्ट्रैक्ट कर लो, बचा क्या? 2. यहां पे 4 को ऐड कर दो. 4 + 4 is 8 एंड अ नंबर. अगले जोड़े को उतार दो, 43. नाउ 81 1s are 81. 82 multiplied by 2 is 164. 83 multiplied by 3 is 249, जो इससे ज्यादा चला जाता है. सो आई विल मेक इट 82 2s are 82 2s are 164. तो 164 को इसमें से सब्ट्रैक्ट करो. सो आई गेट 9 and 7 79, राइट. सो 82 तो 2 को ऐड कर दो, 84 एंड डैश. अब आई डोंट हैव एनी नंबर लेफ्ट, तो पॉइंट को यहां पे डाल दो एंड 2 जीरोस ऐड कर दो. नाउ व्हाट नंबर कैन आई पुट हियर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय द सेम, इट गेट्स डिवाइड, राइट. क्या कर सकते हैं वहां पे? विच नंबर शुड आई पुट देयर? 849 9s are कितना होता है? 849 multiplied by 9, 9 9s are 81, 9 4s are 36, 46 44, 9 8s are 72 76. डेफिनेटली इससे छोटा है. सो 849 9s are 7641. सब्ट्रैक्ट कर लो, बट आई गॉट माई अप्रॉक्सीमेट आंसर 42.9. आरुषि, रिहानी, डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस वन? गौतम, क्यूब रूट पे तो जाओ ही मत, क्यूब रूट पे तो जाओ ही मत. अदर देन अप्रॉक्सीमेशन, क्यूब रूट पे तो जाओ ही मत. हाउ डिड आई गेट 82? सी, लेट मी डू दिस एग्जाम्पल वंस अगेन. नंबर क्या है? 1843. चलो उसके बाद गौतम का बड़ा नंबर लेंगे. पहले 1843 रिपीट करते हैं. 1843. स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द राइट हैंड साइड. 2 numbers 2 numbers. 4 4s are 16. So 2 43. 4 + 4 is 8. So 1 number to be added. यहां तक स्टेप समझ में आ गया? Okay. So अब which digit to put? I can do 81 multiplied by 1, or 82 multiplied by 2, or 83 multiplied by 3, or 84 multiplied by 4. The digits have to be the same. So which number, if I put here, will remove maximum from 243 without going over? 81 1s are तो ठीक है. 82 2s are is 164. Still possible. 83 multiplied by 3 is 249. Greater than the number, I cannot use it. So best possible number 82 2s are. Did you understand it? How I got 82? Gautam, for cubes, yes, there is a method. It is beyond the scope of school children. College level पे आता है. For entrance exams, the method, it will, हाँ सिखा तो दूंगा, 2-3 घंटे लगेंगे एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में. Definitely not worth the मेहनत, right? And nobody is going to ask you long division cube method. परफेक्ट क्यूब का एक क्यूब निकालने को बोलेंगे. चलो, लेट्स डू फॉर 266812. 266812. दो की जोड़ी बनाओ. 2 numbers 2 numbers 2 numbers. So we start with the first. 5 5s are 25. So 1 उतर गया. 68. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 के बाद एक number. 102 multiplied by 2 is 200 something. So only 101 ones are 101. So 57, 67, right? So 1, 102, एक number, अगला जोड़ा 1, 2. So which number if I put here can go there? So let's try 1026 multiplied by 6, 6156. So 1026 multiplied by 6 is 6156. जो भी होगा point, so this is point में आएगा. So the approximate square root is 516 point something. Method समझ में आ गया? Long division method for finding square roots. हालांकि एग्जाम में you will not be required to do all this. The options will be pretty simple. But in case, see, some numbers you should always remember. Remember the square roots for 2, for 3, for 5, for 7 and 10. इतने square roots अगर याद रख लोगे, life is simple. And most importantly 2 and 3. Root 2 and root 3 common है. बाकी you don't have to remember much. Did everybody get this one? Root 2 and root 3 याद रखो, बाकी तो सब ठीक है. Root 2 is 1.414. Root 3 is 1.73. That's it. Okay. चलो. Question क्या है? I guess you have to find this. Which angle? This angle will be 40 degrees, right? Question ही नहीं है यहाँ पे, तो question ही missing है. Figure, yeah, leave it. Check this one. Check this one. Right? Here it's given this angle is 25 degrees and this angle is 20 degrees. You have to find x. Angle ABO is given as 25. Angle ACO is 20. How much is x? हेतुज ने अपना एरर खुद पकड़ लिया. गुड गुड गुड. परफेक्ट. गुड. एज लॉन्ग एज यू कैच योर ओन एरर आई एम हैप्पी. इंस्टेंटली पकड़ लिया अपना एरर. आरुषि नहीं. मानुष करेक्ट. आरुषि नहीं 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 नहीं. सी, ये O जो है ये सेंटर है, राइट? दैट मीन्स OB, OA, OC ये सब सेम रेडियस हैं. सो अगर ये एंगल 25 है तो ये जो एंगल होगा ये भी 25 होगा. एंड ये एंगल अगर 20 है तो ये वाला एंगल भी 20 होगा. दैट मीन्स एंगल A इज इक्वल टू 45 डिग्रीज. एंड अगर एंगल A 45 डिग्री है तो x उसका डबल होगा. सो माई आंसर इज 90 डिग्रीज. द आंसर इज 90 डिग्रीज. होप यू गॉट दैट वन. Gautam, that's why they will never give you a perfect unless they have mentioned that figure is according to scale. You should never assume that, right? You will get a rough idea, but don't depend on the figure, because many a times I've seen them giving a 90 degree. They say this is a 90 degree angle. जानबूझ के ऐसा draw करेंगे and they will say this is 90 degrees, right? So they never depend on the figure. Don't go by the figure. चलो, x कितनी डिग्री है? x की डिग्री क्या है? This is 30, this is 80, the entire thing, and this is x. How much is x? So if this is 30, that means this angle is also 30 degrees. So x plus 30 plus 80 should be equal to 180. Same. So that means x is 70 degrees. E.g. x is definitely 70 degrees. Correct. I hope everybody got this one. Straightforward. Chalo guys, one last example. 110 degrees is given. X find karna hai. This is 110 degrees. It is given. This angle X I have to find. X, this entire degree is, this one is X. You have to find this angle. Shubhankar, are you referring to this wala sum, the current problem on the screen? X isn't whole. Previous question. What about this? See, X is clearly marked as only this part. So in triangle, I'm only considering triangle ABC. Shubhankar, previous me, it is 70 degrees. The entire thing is not 70 degrees. X is 70 degrees. Chalo. अब यहाँ पे if this is 110, then this angle is 180 minus 110. That means 70 degrees. So if this angle is 70 degrees, in a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. So this angle is also 110 degrees. So ये अगर 110 है, तो x will be 180 minus 110, making x as also 70 degrees. Did you get that? I think most of you got it. So that's it, guys. We did a basic overview of geometry, minor topic, right? But still, at least the basic fundamentals we did. There are 1000 other fundamentals, but these are the important ones which come in the exam. So if there are any questions, any doubts, you can hang around and ask. Else we are done for the day. You can exit the session. Have a good day and stay safe.